I like how you said that after I ended the video.
Well, I figured we'd start this episode on it, but alright.
Okay. I guess we started the episode on that. Hopefully I included it, but I didn't hit the little notch on the timer right after because, you know.
Well, us talking about not including it will likely cause you to go, well, I guess you probably won't.
That's... Yeah. I guess the audience will just, their opinion of you won't change. At all. Where am I going?
I don't like things in my mouth, really. I don't know if I can deal with that.
I think you can.
I was watching, it's like
Okay.
it's like one of the things I can't do. Like,
where do I go?
I watched a bunch of videos of a guy sticking various amiibo in his mouth. I think he was
Why?
one of the guys who does the Adventure Zone.
What's the benefit of doing that?
He was reviewing them, and I every time I watch it, I was like, I can't.
How do you
I can't
brush
do
your
that.
teeth, Derek?
What's that?
How do you brush your
I
teeth?
gag when I brush the back of my teeth. I just gag a little.
Oh, fucking Theo. Well, no, I don't want to fuck Theo. He's kind of young and gross. What? You won? No way. I'm supposed to be the first. It isn't fair. Well, it doesn't matter because when I beat you, I'll prove that I'm stronger than both you and the gym leader. Don't expect to win just because your starter's got the advantage. I don't even have my starter on me. That's the joke, Theo.
I've been watching Overlord.
Motherfucker has barrel.
It's an anime, and I've been I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this with our conversation for last episode. One of the things I watched happen yesterday was there was a guy who in the show was chained up naked, and there was like a blob monster, kind of like the glob gobble-lob.
The gobble-gobble-log. The fig flog biggle snog. The dip dob snogglog.
The glob glog.
I'm the glob go gobble-lob. That's as close as we're gonna get.
The glob.
I'm the glib glob glob globbity glob. The glib glob glib glob glib glob glob.
Glog gob glob.
What's going on?
Anyway,
that was a crit.
It was kind of.
That's
he was kind. There was a guy who was chained up to a wall, and there was a thing kind of like that was basically supposed to torture the guy, and he said like the guy who created him had a problem with kidney stones, so he was going to kind of give him a similar treatment to that, and they didn't show anything, but basically they implied that he was going to stick a rod with like a spiky ball at the end of it up the guy's dick.
Up his dick, Jesus. That's quite aggressive.
Yeah, I remember I was watching it. I was like, that's a lot. That's pretty bad for that guy. That's a bad day that guy's having.
Yeah.
I don't think the show's good, but I still like watching it because I like the characters. I like most of the characters.
It's okay. I don't think any weeb shit is good. Besides the weeb shit, I do think is good.
Hey, it has the one really good intro I sent you, and also the intro video I sent you.
I would hardly say that's good. There's so many different characters, and then it just ends with a random fucking penguin. That is the Overlord 2 intro, and I do not understand. Actually, I should probably keep roll payout because Burb's weak to electric.
So let me explain the so far the anime so far. Also the third opening is really good. The song is really good. Anyways, the opening's good too.
I downloaded it. I downloaded that. Extreme Mega Mix 3, which is out by Damon Our Savior, which is really good except for the intro and some other bits, which sound bad because they're just out of sync.
Okay. So
hey, those are important songs.
So Overlord. Let me explain the show so far. It starts off with there's an online MMO basically that the main character is playing, and it's about to end, and the guy is basically just sadly sitting there looking at all the stuff that he spent like all this time on with his pals, with his raiding buddies, with his guild, basically, I guess would be the proper term. And he's looking at everything, and he's just like, man, I'm gonna miss all this shit. You
didn't give me anything.
He's the guild's name is the place that the guild is in is called the Tomb of Nazarick, and they have different floor guardians, which are basically like NPCs that they created that like I guess guard their various floors, and
that's excessively
right. Let's see. There's and I like the characters a lot. The characters are really cool. There's the locust-looking man who, which you saw leading a bunch of undead in the second intro.
The what now?
There's the locust-looking man, the mantis-looking man, the bug-looking man, the blue guy.
The what?
Who was well, anyways, there's I forget what his name is off the top of my head. But he's basically just like basically like a bugman knight kind of guy. There's well, I'm not gonna bother describing the characters individually because like it's hard to really just describe them.
How does the penguin tie
there's
in?
basically NPCs.
Did the game just freeze on me? No, it just deselected.
He doesn't come up till season 2. We'll get there.
I don't know if we will. That might be a lie.
The only other NPC really worth mentioning right now, I guess, is her name's Albedo. She's supposed to be like the leader of the Floor Guardians, and right before the game ends, the protagonist goes up to it. He's the skeleton-looking man. That's his avatar, basically.
Yeah.
And he goes up. Everybody in like the guild has an inhuman avatar, because I guess that was a rule that they had, and all the NPCs are inhuman as well. He goes up to her and like adjusts her he removes some line from her programming and puts in there like she's madly in love with him. Because he's like jokingly, he's like, like what if I just do that? Like my friend would be like so upset to see that, lol. And then what happens is there's basically like a thing ticking down till when the servers go down.
Why?
And when it hits zero, nothing changes. And turns out, I guess what happened is rather than the servers go down, he's now in a fantasy world, which follows the logic of the game. That isn't a game at all. It's completely removed from that. It's just somehow he's there.
Nice.
With all the NPCs start like gain kind of like a conscience of their own. They're all like undyingly loyal to him, but they have like their own conscience now. And they're also all like dummy powerful compared to everybody else in the world. Because that's how anime works. It's not like they just scream louder and it's not like they scream louder and then they're stronger because of it. It's
level 30 otaku.
It's basically just like it's like 7 Deadly Sins, I guess, where like it's just like no contest between them and like most other things. Well, actually, so far any other thing really. And
right.
Basically the guy so now he's actually an undead. He has like he basically is kind. I don't understand what the plot is afterwards really, because he's kind of just playing God.
Okay.
So like one of the things he did is he saved a nearby village.
Wrong with that?
He saved a nearby village from being attacked by another nation, I guess. I don't really know why he did. Him and all of his followers could care less about humans and like their lives. Like he literally does not care about human life now. He constantly says to himself, "Man, it's weird. I don't care about humans anymore. I guess it's probably because like I'm undead now." But like the fact that he's acknowledging he doesn't care about humans anymore is kind of, it almost sounds like it sounds weird. Like he should, like examining his own conscience like that.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. But anyways, they let's see. He saves the village and becomes kind of like their governing lord.
Okay.
He gives a girl there a horn that summons an army of goblins.
Okay.
And so now that village is just inhabited by humans.
I do know goblins to be horny enough to rape girls. From the other one.
Well, except these goblins are really good. They're just like really good guys. They're all like bros.
Okay.
Because like a lot of the villagers died when their village was attacked. They don't have a lot of people, but now it's just a bunch of goblins and people. Season 3 focuses on this village a lot and about the goblins and the people. Maybe a little too much. I lied. It's easily too much.
Easily too much. It's easily too much.
At some point though, he comes to the conclusion, because like the NPCs have their own conscience now. And they have an insanely high opinion of him as a leader, while he does have like dummy overpowered abilities because like that he had from the game. The highest level of magic that humans can use in this world is 3rd level. He can use 10th.
Okay.
But because they have such a high opinion of him, he's worried that if he does something that shows him to be a bad leader, that they'll eventually like lose faith in him or whatever. So basically, he's come to the conclusion that in order to like maintain his followers, he has to kind of like conquer the world.
Nice.
So he's kind of doing that. He's very sporadic about how he does. Season 2 has like 3 or 4 episodes. Okay, the first like 3 or 4 episodes of season 2 are literally just
my headphone. Stop taking my headphone.
They're about this tribe of lizard people, or these tribes of lizard people. It does not show these first 4 episodes, like first couple episodes, do not show like any of the characters that you see in like the first season, like at all. It's like it's at least 90%. Those episodes are at least 90% just lizard people. It's completely out of nowhere. They build up all these lizard people and show like their like what things are like for them, and basically the protagonist just decides, I'm gonna conquer these lizard people.
Nice. Wait, it cuts away from him to the lizard people, right?
Yeah, it's like 4 episodes of them, and then it's what happens is it's in like the first episodes where it shows them basically like a messenger, which is from the protagonist. It's basically like a bunch of screaming faces shows up and tells them like, hey, you're gonna fucking perish in like 6 days. And one of the lizard people are like, I guess we gotta like unite, and it goes into like their history and how they've been warring with each other in the past and all that, and it shows like it's almost like what a comic A Kill did when it introduced Wave, where it just shows like it just like starts on this completely new almost like protagonist guy on the other side of the war, and it just kind of completely cuts away from the main characters for a little bit, where it makes you feel like almost like this is a new protagonist.
Right.
And it does this for a couple of episodes. The guy like meets a love interest. He falls in love. In these episodes, he like unites the tribes, and then like the time comes, the protagonist just shows up, and he's like, "Set up, I'm here to conquer," and he's like, if I recall, I believe he says basically, I'm gonna like conquer you guys, if you but like, I'm gonna send an army here, in like a little bit. You guys have to like fight the army.
Okay.
I'm gonna conquer you either way, but like, if you don't fight them, like I'll just like kind of like kill all of you. But like, you gotta basically, and they all realize after they see him, like, well, we can't win. So like, and like, I see this is what's weird is like you're like, there's so many people, like he goes around, he like kills a lot of people in his conquest, but like there's never really any purpose behind it. He just kind of does. This is why I'm pretty sure he's actually the bad guy. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, he's an undead going around killing people. So like they fight off the army or whatever, and then he's like, cool. I'm gonna send like one of my like floor guardians to fight you guys. I don't expect you to win, but like you have to oppose him somehow. You have to like fight him anyways. And the lizard men are like, all right, well, like what if like 5 of us fight him, and like we'll just kind of like die, and then you know, but like once we die, like we'll just be like, oh no, we were defeated, you win, and like they won't, and like the rest of them won't be killed. And that's basically what they do. Is the 5 of them, is like 5 people just like throw themselves at the guardian. Just 2 of them just immediately immediately die. The other 3 are like, they go like real like anime hard on trying to beat him, and then the guy's like, well, you're trying, but you know it's not gonna work.
Okay.
And he just offs them.
Are you ready to end the episode, or do you have more of this?
I have more, but like the short version is basically it's all over. The anime is just really all over the place, which is probably why the season 2 intro, every single shot is just characters you haven't seen yet in the intro.
Yeah, makes sense.
There's also lizard sex.
Well, what if there's lizard people? There has to be a lizard sex, Derek. It's kind of like a rule. I'm getting tired of getting poisoned by like every fucking thing, though. Gotta say, personally.
I love how they did it, because like it's shortly before like they're gonna be invaded. The guy's basically like, let's see what the lizard people are doing to prepare for the when we come attack them, and it just like he just like cuts like right into the hut where like they're having sex, and he's like, whoops, never mind. he's like King Neptune when he like looks at the guy who's in the shower.
In the
like,
shower.
Whoopsie. He's trying to show SpongeBob Atlantis.
Yeah. Remember when SpongeBob actually goes to Atlantis? Afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
That was a bad episode with one good song in it. Or maybe 2. 2 good songs in it. SpongeBob did not do a musical very well.
No, they really didn't.
Anyhow,
best day ever was well, hey, Gary. Gary, come home.
Is that really a musical? It just has a song in it. It doesn't make it a musical. Next time,